Welcome to another CTV Sports presentation. CTV Sports is brought to you by St. Clair Chevy, Buick, GMC, We Care. By Murphy Inn, Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. By North Star Bank, North Star guiding the way. By St. Clair Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, We Care. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair's Ace Hardware. And by CTV, Community TV in Marine City and St. Clair.
All right, good evening, everybody. We got CTV St. Clair Channel 6 boys basketball tonight as the Saints welcome in the Warrenwoods Tower Titans in a league contest for a championship game. I'm here along with Sam Schwaffer. I'm Brad Robbins. We have the opportunity and the honor tonight, Sam, of being presented with the 6th class of the St. Clair High School Athletic Hall of Fame. We're going to bring that special presentation to the viewers today, and eventually here you'll not hear us, and we'll send it down to very well-known coach and Coach Fred Shaw, who will have the honor of introducing tonight, which we can hear now.
Tonight we'd like to welcome you to the 6th induction of the St. Clair High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Tonight we're going to celebrate and honor the tradition of St. Clair athletics. Inductees are selected by a nomination process through a committee comprised of St. Clair community members. We'd like to congratulate these individuals on their accomplishment. Our committee is made up of Jeff Cook, Rich Malowitz, Ron Miller, Brad Robbins, Phil Russell, Sandy Rutledge, Fred Shaw, and Dennis White. And our Hall of Fame, of course, is dedicated to preserving the tradition of St. Clair athletics. Jeff Cook is going to present both of our teams with their awards. And our 2002 girls tennis team will be first. Here are some of their accomplishments. They were second in the Blue Water Invitational, first in the Cousino Invitational, second in the Flushing Invite, second in the regionals, 15 points in the state finals. The team was state runner-up. Brooke Byer was state champion. Annie Moore, state runner-up. Alex Chikmakis was state runner-up. And 3 players went on to play college tennis, including Big Ten selection Brooke Byer and Horizon Player of the Year Annie Moore, as well as 4-year GLIAC player Alex Chikmakis. Danny Johnson is representing the coaching staff as head coach Dave Kleitz is in Lansing tonight to accept the State of Michigan Tennis Coach of the Year Award for his 2nd time.
Byer, Brewy and Breyer are here. All the rest are not here.
Our 2 young ladies that are here are Sarah Brewy and Brooke Byer. I think they've already gotten their medals. And now our 2004 girls basketball team. The 2004 girls basketball team, coached by Sandy Rutledge and Sean Sharrow, assisted by Bill Westerhoff. They were the first St. Clair girls basketball team to reach the state finals. The highly talented team led the entire 36 MAC conference team in scoring en route to an undefeated MAC White championship before advancing through the MHSAA state tournament. The Saints defeated state-ranked Croslex in the district final, Goodrich and longtime nemesis Flint Powers in the regional, and Ionia in the quarterfinals to arrive at the Breslin in East Lansing for the semifinals. They were the only undefeated team left in the state. In semifinal action on Friday night, they beat Ludington 24-2, or 24-2 Ludington, before eventually losing to Detroit Country Day in the state championship game. They ended their season with a school record of 27 wins and 1 loss, and that team included 3 future Division II college athletes, 4 future Division I college athletes, including one of tonight's inductees, Stacy Farrell, and one future professional player who has since become a basketball coach at the collegiate level, Rochelle Mathis.
These are the 5 that are here.
The team's success set the stage for the Saints to return to the Breslin for the next 2 years as well. The 2000 team represented tonight by Beth Beaver, Stacy Farrell, MJ or Megan Johnson, Rochelle Coach Mathis, and Auburn Tierney. Great job, ladies. You'll always be remembered.
No idea.
Good job, bro.
I'll hand you.
Sandy.
Sandy's gonna do this?
Yeah, he's gonna do
Our current ADs, oh, by the way, our medals were handed out by our former athletic director, Dr. Jeff Cook, I should say. And now we'll be giving out medals with our current AD, Mr. Sandy Rutledge. These are our coaches who are being inducted tonight. Mr. Dan Johnson. A 4-year varsity tennis player from 66 to 69. Assistant coach tennis boys regionals 13 of the past 14 years. 20 straight years of going to the States. Assistant coach girls tennis regional winners 13 of the past 16 years. 26 straight years going to the States. Mr. Dan Johnson. Our next coach is Mr. Bill McElrath. 9 years varsity baseball coach, 5 MAC titles, 5 district titles, 3 regional titles, 1 state championship in 2011, 5-time district coach of the year, 3-time MAC coach of the year, 3-time regional coach of the year, and 1-time Michigan High School Coach of the Year, Mr. Bill McElrath. We have a special place in our hearts for our community members that pitch in and assist our programs. The first one is Dave Schaff. I believe Roger is going to do the honors for his dad. After returning from the Korean War and starting a family with his wife, Dave Schaff was the timekeeper for football as well as boys and girls basketball for over 50 years. He's married many years to his loving wife, Chris, and he was also in the Football and the Basketball Coaches Hall of Fame. Mr. Dave Schaff. And secondly, another community member who has meant quite a bit to our program over the years, Mr. Ronald Miller. Ronald's been an administrator at the St. Clair High School since 1991. In that time, St. Clair High School has competed in over 10,000 athletic events, all of which needed the support of administration. With the help of Rick Rose, Chuck Windsor, Tony Monty, Wendy Zadeb, Jeff Cook, Catherine Woolman, Lisa Shagna, Rick Carlson, Sandy Rutledge, Carol Robbins, Courtney Fosher, Jessica Becker, ticket takers, clock keepers, PA announcers, security staff, police, sheriff and EMS, well, you get the idea. Bus drivers and custodians, concession workers, volunteers, St. Clair High School coaches, athletes, and families, financial supporters, and many others. Mr. Ron Miller. And now another category, members at large. We used to call this old timers, but since I'm on the mic, it's members at large. Mr. Glenn Byer. Glenn is being honored in tennis and basketball, all-state tennis and basketball state star for the Saints, and a graduating member of the class of '67. He later married his wife Delphine on August 11, 1973. After high school, he continued his playing career at the collegiate level as a member of the basketball and tennis programs at Oakland University. In '73, Glenn began teaching at Plainwell. He remained there his entire teaching career, served as teacher, counselor, and athletic director, coached football, varsity basketball, boys and girls tennis, girls cross country, girls track, girls JV basketball, and also he coached basketball at Kalamazoo College and Nazareth College. Mr. Glenn Byer. Fred Cartwright, football, basketball, and baseball. Freddie was a member of the class of '65, was a standout three-sport athlete, played football, basketball, and baseball for the Saints. He was an all-conference and all-area player in both football and basketball. Fred married the love of his life, Vicki, in 1972. After his high school career was over, he moved on to play at the collegiate level for Northwood University. At Northwood, he played both baseball and football. After college, he enjoyed a long and outstanding amateur softball playing career as a member of several state and national level championship men's fast pitch teams from the Blue Water area. Mr. Freddie Cartwright. And now we get to our female athletes. Miss Jennifer Fleming.
Which would be her dad.
This will be her dad accepting. Jennifer was an all-state discus thrower. She medaled in every meet she took part in. She was 4th place in the states in discus, and she spent 4 years at Grand Valley throwing that discus. Ms. Jennifer Fleming. Our next female athlete, Miss Jessica Tomlin, or at least that used to be her name, and that's in volleyball. 1994 All-Area First Team, All-Region. 1995 All-Area First Team, All-Region, All-State, Honorable Mention. 4-year varsity player at Grand Valley State. 1997, 98, and 99 Captain's Award. Ms. Jessica Tomlin. Next female athlete, Stacy Farrell. Girls basketball. 4-year letter winner. 108 record, tied for the second best time in all the MHSAA. 2-time team captain, 2005-2006. 4-time league champion, 2003, 2006. 4-time district champion, same thing. 4-time regional champion, same thing. Member of 2004-2006 state runners-up. 3-time All-League and Mac White Most Valuable Player. 3-time All Blue Water Area. Associated Press Class B All-State Honorable Mention in 2005, First Team in 2006, McDonald's All-American nominee, and continued playing at Oakland University after 3 years. Girls basketball player, Miss Stacy Farrell.
Oh, man.
Now we get to our males. In basketball, Jeremy Donaldson. 1994, fourth team Class B All-State. 1994, second team All-Metro East. 1993-94, first team All-Blue Water Area. 94 Times Herald Blue Water Player of the Year. 94 St. Clair Male Athlete of the Year. 1994 Scholarship SC4. 2 years at SC4, Mr. Jeremy Donaldson. And in football, Mr. Roger Schaff. 1979 football, first team All-League, All-Area, All-Metro East, Class B All-State. Offensive lineman for Central Michigan University and a member of the Chippewas 1980 Mid-American Conference Championship team. Roger is the son of Hall of Fame community member, inductee Mr. Dave Schaff. Mr. Roger Schaff. Cross country and track, Mr. Addis Haptwal. Three-time MAC Championship White Champion, MAC MVP, current MAC White Conference record holder in the 5K. 15:15 is his time. Two-time regional champion, three-time All-State, 2000 individual state champion, course records in several invitationals, three-time Blue Water Area Runner of the Year, current school record holder, 15:10. Wow. Three-time MAC champion 1 mile, four-time MAC champion 2 mile, two-time MAC MVP, four-time regional champ, three-time regional champ in the mile, four-time All-State 2 mile, three-time All-State 1 mile, state runner-up in the 1 mile, holds records in the 1 mile and 2 mile here at St. Clair High, Mr. Addis Haptwal. And now our football, track and field, Mr. Tim Laledo. Tim was a member of the first district championship football team in school history. Two-time selection MAC All-Conference, All-Area, All-Metro East, All-State Honorable Mention. As a junior, school record holder in the discus and track and field, 155 feet. His senior year, he broke that record, only threw it 184.6, a record which still stands. Three-time state finalist for discus and track and field. Finished third as a sophomore, second as a junior, second again as a senior. Selected all MAC conference, all area, all region, all state, and track and field. Tim earned a dual scholarship in track and football at Grand Valley. He awarded all conference 3 times, chosen as Grand Valley's Offensive Lineman of the Year 2 times, all region, GLIAC Offensive Lineman, and All-American First Team in 2012. An undrafted free agent, he became a member of the Nolan Saints. Played 4 seasons there as a pro. Since turning pro, Tim has been and continues to be a community leader in many, many ways, including sponsorship of the annual Lolito Legacy football camp here. His generous foundation awards have helped students that couldn't afford equipment or fees to play their sport of choice. And today he continues to build his legacy through his foundation. Let's have a hand for Mr. Tim Lolito. And one last thing. We have a Lifetime Achievement Award. I don't think he knows, but he might. Mr. Dennis White.
They like him.
I think they might like you, Denny. Coach White is a 63 grad from the school up north called Marysville, where he was an outstanding three-sport athlete and their top student. Well, we can definitely say that he was an outstanding athlete anyway. He was drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates. He played 2 years of basketball at SC4, played 2 years of college basketball at Central Michigan. He became Coach White as a baseball coach at Owego. In 1988, he joined Rich Malowitz at the St. Clair High School coaching duo on the diamond. Those two men would famously teach and mentor students in baseball, football, and most of all, life. Their stories of their success in all these areas are endless. As a co-head baseball coach, he and Bill McElrath led the 2011 team to a state championship. Overall, his record as a baseball coach includes 595 victories. His teams have won 9 championships, 15 district championships, 3 regional championships, and of course a 2011 Division II. Coach White was recognized as the 2017 MAC Blue Coach of the Year. Denny White has provided leadership and support in nearly all aspects and dedication here at St. Clair High School. He is as genuine as they come and a wonderful human being that shares his good nature and positive energy with all who accept it. We're delighted to recognize Coach Denny White with the St. Clair's Athletic Department's highest honor, the Lifetime Achievement Award. Coach Denny White.
All right, Sam, we had the opportunity there to listen to Coach Shaw and that booming voice that he's got that we've often heard on Friday nights out at the stadium, and an opportunity to honor some people that you and I both know well before this basketball game here tonight. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, like Coach Shaw put it, there's a lot of great athletes going in. And watching that ceremony kind of, I don't know if it aged you a bit, it aged me a few years. You know, we were in school for a lot of those people that got inducted, and you know, it was a tremendous honor to watch all those athletes participate then. It's a tremendous honor to watch them get inducted in the Hall of Fame tonight.
Yeah, very deserving. I think we saw a lot of familiar faces, Brooke Byer in particular, that whole girls basketball team here that trotted out. Those are our years of high school. Sometimes we've spent as fans of those fine athletes. It's great for them to be welcomed back and represent. We're going to play some basketball here tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed that portion. We're going to take a quick break while these teams warm up. We'll come back for an introduction of the players and get a league championship basketball game in tonight too. So we look forward to that. We'll be back in a little bit.
Murphy Inn, Restaurant, Spirits Hotel, all in St. Clair. Before or after the game, stop at Murphy Inn. Different specials every day. Happy hour 2 to 6 daily and 7 vintage hotel rooms. Half off large pizza every Monday, karaoke on Wednesday and Saturday, Live music on Thursday and Friday. Murphy Inn has private dining area for showers and family parties. Murphy Inn, restaurant, spirits, hotel in St. Clair since 1836. Neiman's Family Markets, from produce, deli, bakery, meats, or even bagels. Neiman's Family Markets. They have it all on Kearney Drive in St. Clair. Neiman's Family Markets.
All right, once again, good evening. Welcome everybody to CTV Channel 6. I'm Brad Robbins with Sam Schweiffer. We're going to bring you some Mac Gold Championship action tonight as the Saints welcome in the Warren Woods Towers Titans. Sam, I know you haven't had the opportunity to sit next to me much this year. It's been John Carter. He's in Florida enjoying some warmer weather. But looking forward to an opportunity to watch the guys play on Hall of Fame night here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, MAC championship game, and last time these two teams played went down to the wire, double overtime game. So, I mean, not much more to ask for. We got a nice crowd here tonight, and hopefully a pretty good atmosphere, and the game matches the one that was down there.
All right, we'll send it down to the Hall of Famer, Denny White, the PA announcer, who's going to do the players and the anthem, and we'll get back to you in just a moment here.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and face the flag? Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor America this evening with the playing of our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets irregular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, who saved us that star-spangled banner yet wave? O'er the land of the free and the home of the
Ladies and gentlemen, St. Clair High School welcomes you to tonight's varsity contest between the Titans of Warren Woods High School and the Saints of St. Clair High School. Tonight's starting lineup in the spirit of sportsmanship read in alternating fashion, beginning with the Titans. Junior, number 1, Matthew Beard. For the Saints, senior, number 1, Ian Jansen. For the Titans, junior, number 2, Lee Beasley. For the Saints, senior, number 10, Mario Metzen. For the Titans, senior, number 4, Jordan Harrison. For the Saints, senior, number 11, Logan Pietrkowski. For the Titans, junior, number 11, Charles Anderson. For the Saints, senior, number 13, Ben Davidson. For the Titans, sophomore, number 12, Hassan Posey. For the Saints, sophomore, number 14, Sean Donaldson.
Okay, well, usually we get the coaches out of that. Coach Nicky Vola for the Titans and Mr. Sean Sherrill for the Saints. And Sam, we said it before, we kind of alluded to it. Both teams coming in with some championship implications here tonight. We got a good crowd, got a fan bus from Tower, we got the music blaring. Saints come in at 7-1 in the Matt Gold, and Tower's 6-2, getting ready to tip here.
Like I said, for St. Clair, as always, look for Ben Davidson, the offense to run through him. And for Tower, just a lot of balance out of Tower as well. And looking forward to a great game here tonight for that.
The Titans come out with Matthew Beard, Lee Beasley, Jordan Harrison, Charles Anderson, Louis, and Hassan Posey. Saints have their normal starters in Jansen, Matson, Petro, Ben Davidson, and Sean Donaldson. And ready for some Matt Gold championship action here. And the Titans win the tip, much to the delight of their fans. Saints come out man-to-man. Logan Pietrzakowski just pasted on to Matthew Beard in the corner. Saints have spent a lot of time being very aggressive throughout the season. There you see Sean Donaldson's their catalyst, does a lot of that.
Good job, gets on the floor. Myra's got to be a little more careful with that ball, going up the wing, attack the middle, and look to kick out. But nonetheless, good play by Sean Donaldson to start a St. Clair fast break.
Number 11, Charles Anderson, knocks that one out of bounds. Tower going to be aggressive as well, get in the passing lane. Saints got to take care of the basketball. Come out strong here. Davidson handles for the Saints. Out to Donaldson on the wing. Jansen bobbles, comes up with it. Down deep to Matson. Ball swung around. Davidson handles, works on Lee.
Good job by Tower there, recovering on defense. Ben might have liked to take the extra pass, but he was able to hold off, and St. Clair resets.
As good as a job the Titans are doing, Saints being patient, not overdoing it. Donaldson handles to Matson. Davidson thought about it, doesn't go. Good patience here by the Saints. Nice defense by the Titans. Over a minute of full defense. Jansen at the top of the key, he thought about it too. Good defense there by Charles Anderson. He's got the length to contend with Davidson's size.
And you wonder if maybe this is a strategy, Coach Sherrill, too. Wear the Titans out a little bit and try to get an easy bucket out of it.
Make them play for a long stretch. Maybe this is Coach Sherrill might want to lower possessions and make them play. Out to Pietrzakowski. Matson looks deep. Saints turn it over. Anderson shovels it off to number 12, Hassan Posey, with the finish. And the Titans draw first blood.
St. Clair just looked careless there in the basketball. Good job by Tower jumping that passing lane and taking off the other way. The fast break layup.
Titans show some full court pressure. They bothered Jansen the whole way up. Davidson looks one way and finds a wide open middle lane, and he goes strong and finishes.
And that's normally where you see Tower's help side, but they're worried about the St. Clair shooters in the corners there. Ben's able to finish the layup.
Yeah, the C's parted. I'm sure scouting report doesn't mention Ben Davidson at all, and that's heavy sarcasm, so you'd think they'd have somebody there. Saints fortunate to get the first two and on their board. Beard fires, no good. Long rebound out. Hassan picks it up for the Titans. Matson works on him defensively.
Going to get Sean Donaldson on the hold. Right call.
Not allowing number 11, Charles Anderson, to make his cut there. You could see Donaldson's got almost a fake face guard assignment, but that doesn't mean you can put two hands on and impede his travels. And official correctly called that one. Nothing hurt here. Ball inbounded. Hassan Posey for the Titans. Beard fires. No good. Almost another second opportunity, but it goes off the leg of Lee Beasley, and the Saints will take over sideline out of bounds.
Good box out by Jansen there. Unfortunately, the ball hung in the rim a little longer, and he was able to get around it, but held it off and able to force the turnover out of bounds.
One of the themes of the season for the Saints, you know, they're not super sized, but they have good size across the board, and they rebound. They go to the glass as a team really well, which they have to do. Logan Pietrkowski doing what he's done all year. Spark plug, gets into the lane, tough finish, gets it done.
Very good, nice job slicing between the two defenders, throwing it up off balance, getting in front of the roll.
You wonder about both teams here. You got quite an atmosphere. They're pretty amped up. And Jordan Harrison doesn't seem phased as he knocks down a three from the top of the key and gives the Titans a lead back, 5-4.
You mentioned scouting reports. Looked like Ben was playing off in there. Maybe the scouting report says, let him try to burn you, and if he's hitting the shots, and then you'll adjust later on. But
he looks like the guy that they're going to let beat him. I think Anderson seems like, but that's an assignment they don't want to give up. Donaldson with a tough take. Good defense there by the Titans. Out comes Lee Beasley with some slick ball handling. Deep three for Anderson won't go, but a lefty in the lane for number 12, Hassan Posey. Makes it 7-4 Titans.
Yeah, tough luck, long rebounding in for the Saints. Box outs are there, but a lot of times with the long rebounds on long three-point shots, you're unlucky.
Madsen across, Jansen, excuse me. Nice strong take inside. He's going to draw the foul. Almost appeared to the officials waiting to see if it went in or not. It did not, so he'll go to the foul line.
And it's apparent that, early on that particular official is going to let contact go. You saw Sean Donaldson go down, and I thought it was a correct no call, and the guy kept his hand straight up, and he was Sean to get the call, but Ian was able to draw some more contact. Now he's shooting.
Yeah, if we've seen something out of the Saints this year, this is something that they're going to have to do a better job of. Had several games where we haven't made foul shots in the early quarters. There we see Jansen knock one down, which is a good sight. See the first couple go in, it'll be a big thing. I think both of these teams, you can see right now, Towers coming out, extending that man-to-man. They want to get in passing lanes and bother. Got to be able to go by some people and draw some fouls. Ian Jansen perfect from the line there. Good sign. Saints with their full court pressure. Beasley brings the ball, Hassan brings the ball all the way coast to coast. He beat the press on his own and gets the lefty scoop.
Yeah, that was very aggressive take. Good job. Once again, he sliced through some defenders and strong finish at the rim.
Disselrath had checked in early on here. Gives Donaldson a blow. Saints working perimeter. Lots of cutters for the Saints. Troy Disselrath has played well of late, coming back off the injury. Madsen with a driving kick. Set feet for Disselrath, just short, can't get it. Matthew Beard with the rebound for the Titans, and he's going to do the run out. Titans working the ball around the perimeter. That's Xavion McClendon that checked in, number 10. Both student sections up and into this one.
They're going to get Pietrkowski with the hold.
Same fouls was called earlier on Donaldson, trying to get into a cutter's lane, and he might get a little handsy, and the officials are picking up on it, so the Saints are going to have to make an adjustment.
It's a 33, Scott Selleck checks in for Pietrkowski. Good job by Logan early on.
Matt Bird is going to inbound for the Titans, number 22, Donovan Peoples, not Peoples-Jones, but Peoples comes in for the Titans. A lot of length coming off the bench for the Titans as well. You can see that in their depth. Spacing issue there. Good dead ball situation. Davidson on the spot. Got to be careful here. And one. Good strength. Keeps the ball away. Did get slapped on that front hand. Strong finish. Going to try and get three the hard way.
Yep, and that's one if you're coachable. You want to challenge that shot, but don't get down on his wrist because Ben's such a good player. He's going to finish that more time than not. So make him finish over your hands. Don't come down on him. Give him a chance to get the three-point play.
Seeing some early substitutions from both coaches here. I think they realize that the magnitude of this game takes a little bit out of you. It takes a little bit to get that adjustment, some of that cotton mouth early in the game, and get guys a blow pretty quick. Sean Donaldson checks himself back into the game already. Davidson can't get the three-point play. Titans rebound. Bird with Selleck defending. It's in the paint. Madsen helps. Doesn't matter. Bird knocks down a slick floater in the paint.
A tough shot by Bird. Good defense by Selleck, but Bird able to get into the lane and create a little bit of separation, get that shot off.
Posey defends Disserath on the full. Out to Donaldson. Nice strong move there by Sean Donaldson. He got number 10, Xavion McClendon, on his back and took him right to the rack, and a correct call again by the officials. I haven't seen a whole lot out of them that's been questionable. They're doing a good job right now.
And once again, if you're Coach Avola, I mean, this team looks pretty well skilled on defense, and there's no help side there to help when Donaldson attacks the hole. It makes you wonder if some guy maybe had his back turned and left an opportunity open.
Donaldson can't get the first. Charles Anderson, I think an important player, as evidenced by how the Saints are defending him, back in for the Titans, along with number 4, Jordan Harrison. So a couple of starters check back in as Sean Donaldson awaits his second attempt. 2:10 to go. Titans lead 11-8. Gets that one, 11-9. Saints down by a bucket. They keep the full court press on. Inbound to Anderson, who's going to work on Matson. Nice job there by Matson, forcing the dribble back out. Harrison with the ball for the Titans, gets a screen. Disserath able to beat over the top, and then I think he pushed him with that left arm, anticipating him to keep running.
Good job by Troy to get over that screen and keep his body in front of him, and then his momentum, I think, kept him going towards the ball handler and created that foul.
Titans inbound, bad spot there for Anderson. It's a tough call through the Saints. You got somebody who's underneath the bucket, underneath the backboard, and he tries that power back move right into you. Looks like they got him on the arm.
And same thing we just said. I mean, it looked like there were slaps down there. You just keep your hands straight, make him make a difficult shot. He's in a tough position anyway. Make him finish over hands.
Anderson can't get the first to go. Nice intensity about the gym tonight. Both student sections are working hard. Coaches are coaching hard. Good atmosphere as Anderson splits the pair. Matson inbounds to Disserath. Tower continues in their man-to-man. A lot of pressure with an emphasis on making sure they know where Davidson is. Switching screens here. Harrison bothers Davidson. Corner for Matson. Rise and fire for Davidson. Tough shot.
Goes
off the rim.
You'd like to see him get a little more square to the hoop and finish that.
Anderson with a big momentum three, and a look down toward the Saints student section makes it 15-9 Titans. Selleck with it now. Selleck's a guy the Saints could use a little spark from. Good shooter. Got some offensive game to him. Be nice to get him going here tonight. Impromptu double team out to Selleck, who we just mentioned. That's going to be long, no good. Rebounded by 22, Donovan Peoples with the Titans. And Anderson lobs. Can't get it. Trying to hit Lee Beasley. But number 4, Jordan Harrison, cleans it up.
And that ball was hanging out there. That's a ball that Coach Show probably thinks his guys should have had. And that ball took 3 or 4 bounces on the floor, and Tower was able to clean up and finish.
Probably should have been a turnover. Turns into 2 points for the Titans and an 8-point lead. Under a minute, 33 seconds to be exact to go here in the first quarter. Donaldson handles for the Saints out to Matson. Looking inside. Davidson's got a good matchup there on Harrison. Fires a 3 instead. That one's going to rattle around. No good. And Peoples rebounds out to Beasley. Beasley goes right at Matson. He's going to get that one and draw a whistle. A lot of momentum right now for the blue and white and black.
Yeah, and you can see Tower's handling the adversity a little bit better. St. Clair, a little more generous in their shots. They've been long a few times. A couple 4 shots maybe, and Tower's converting in transition, getting out 2-on-1 and able to finish and doing a good job.
Beasley, 1 shot here. 12 seconds to go. Puts the Titans up. Well, they're up 10 here. Davidson all the way to the rack. He draws one. He knocks it down. He got popped on the back of the head. Smooth play. Ben Davidson with a good answer, really.
And it's almost, Ben's the type of player that knows when his guys need a bucket, and knew the clock was winding down there, saw the gap, was able to attack it and get the bucket, and hopefully gets the harm here.
Quite frankly, I'm a little bit surprised at the lack of help defense on both ends. I think with some of the better players getting some cuts and slashes to the bucket in transition, you would think, having seen each other before and seen a lot of film on one another, that wouldn't be such an issue. I think the Saints came out wanting to be methodical, but it goes maybe against the grain of what they're used to, so they've fallen back into how they play, playing a little bit better for them. 6 seconds to go here, Davidson at the line. And he gets that one. Matt Eisenhardt's going to check in for Davidson. Don't want him to draw a foul, get a little extra break. And the Saints continue with full court pressure. You don't want to get beat over the top here for an easy bucket. Peoples with the inbound, fires long. Saints are going to have a couple of seconds to work with themselves. And the student, I got to give a shout out, I don't know who it was, but pours one in from the front row bleachers and has something to say about it, and I don't blame him. Nice shot. 1 second to go here. That one's going to hit, and they're going to get a possession underneath their own basket are the Titans.
Yeah, if there's one thing if you're Ian Jansen that couldn't have happened, it was that exact result right there.
And it's short. Saints fortunate. And it's going to be 19-12. Sam, first quarter thoughts?
It's kind of what we expected. Thought we came out Tower handed the Varsity a little bit better, and they were rewarded with 19 points, which is what Coach Sherrill does not want to live with defensively.
A little bit uncharacteristic defensively. We're going to take a quick break for our sponsors, and we'll be back in just a moment for the second quarter. Saints Titans. Be right back.
North Star Bank, your local community bank serving St. Clair, Sanilac, Huron, and Washtenaw counties. When you need a local community bank for home loans, checking, savings, and other banking needs, North Star Bank is the community bank that you want to deal with. The bank that will take care of all your personal and business needs. North Star Bank has a new mobile application that you can download to make banking even easier. North Star Bank, guiding the way. Member FDIC.
All right, back here, little prep for the second quarter. We've got the Warren Woods Tower Titans. The visitors came out with the energy, and they lead 19-12 over the St. Clair Saints. Sam, I think in the first quarter we saw two teams that really wanted it, and Tower played a little bit better, hit a three, and cleaned up a couple of messes a little bit better than the Saints.
Yeah, and I think like I mentioned before the break, they're handling the Varsity a little bit better, and it's just kind of a fun game because in the MAC you don't get too many rivalries. And these two teams have been in the same division in football and basketball for a lot of years. So these kids know each other, play a lot of ball against each other in a lot of sports. So it's good to have a rivalry with the teams from Macomb County as part of the MAC. And hopefully this game can keep up the excitement and the Saints can close the gap a little bit.
Yeah, and as we mentioned before, last time these teams met down in Warren, double overtime game. I believe Tower pulled it out 87-84 on their home floor. And it started off in a very similar setup to this. So Saints definitely not out of it. Need to make a couple adjustments and get little baby hooks like that from Ben Davidson. Makes it 19-14. Titans inbound.
Yeah, it's clear that the Saints want to get Ben the ball down low. That's where he's done all his damage today so far. And look for that to continue to be a trend.
Anderson drives right on Donaldson. They don't bail him out there. Nice job by Davidson on the rebound. Brings it up. Loses control. Crosses, gets into the paint. And gets his shot blocked.
And there was that help side that we were just talking about.
A little bit better there. Might have been a piece of conversation in the huddle at the intermission there. And they're going to get Lee Veasley over the top of a Saint in good position. I believe it was Donaldson, who is usually in good position. We found that out over the course of this season. And Mario Matson will inbound the ball for the Saints. Piechkowski going to bring it up. Work against Hassan Posey for the Titans. Good back cut by Donaldson, not there. Davidson clicks to Jansen. Davidson's got Petro in the corner. Can't get it. Matson tries to rebound. They're going to give the Saints the ball. Saints may be fortunate there. We don't have replay. It looked like it went off Matson. Piechkowski to inbound. Good slip there by Davidson. Tough body angle, but he finishes. 19-16, back to a one-possession game, and a lazy pass there by Lee Beasley, and Logan Pietrzakowski on the spot.
Very heads-up play. Like you said, he got lazy on his pass, and Pietro was Johnny on the spot and able to finish in traffic as well.
And Sam, I mentioned this to you before the game. I'd asked you if you'd had the opportunity to see Logan play this year, and that play right there at a big time. You know, he's not going to show up a ton in terms of I'm going to have 15, 16 points, but he's going to have big ones. And there we see the Titans, Lee Beasley, strong left-handed take.
They've got his step on his defender, able to get to the lane and finish with a strong left hand.
Yeah, Beasley's got a good first step that way. He's done that a couple times, and it doesn't seem like he's bothered by contact. This is the second time he's going to the line to finish an and one play. Beasley gets it to go with the lefty. 6:29 left in the second quarter. Titans lead 22-18. Beasley's going to take a rest for the Titans. Saints control. Pietrzakowski brings it up on Posey. Donaldson reverses course. Davidson at the block. Kicks to Jansen. Davidson from the top of the key. Long gun, can't get it. Donaldson with the rebound, strong. Can't get the finish. Gets his own rebound again. Kicks it back out, Davidson. He attacks. Donaldson's going to get another opportunity at it. A lot of energy there by the headband.
He earned that one. Good job by Sean. He's not the biggest guy down there. He's ripped down 2 offensive rebounds, rewarded with a good pass from Davidson.
Anderson kicked it to the corner. That was number 15, Dwayne Ware. First time we called his name today, he couldn't get it to go, and the Saints rebound. Something the Saints are going to need is for a Jansen or a Donaldson or a Matson to get going, get into double figures tonight. The Saints want to win. Got to have that secondary scoring. Anderson goes tough right at it. Good defense by Ian Jansen. Good no call by the officials. Pietrzakowski brings it back and draws a foul on Anderson.
Yep, and Pietro's got a little better court awareness. Good job by him to have a strong grip of the ball, not lose it on the slap there. He's rewarded with drawing a foul call. Both teams, I believe, are 6 apiece now, so both being the bonus the next foul. And that was number 2 on Charles Anderson, so that turned out to be a big foul.
He's a guy, you and I just standing here watching, he jumps off the page in terms of athleticism. He's tough, and the Saints are assigning defenders that would indicate he's a big part of what they do. And to have him sitting on the bench with the basketball for the Saints is a big boost.
Early on, Tower's been kind of fortunate. They left Ben Davis home for a few threes, and he hasn't been able to connect. So if that continues to be a trend, Ben will knock a couple of those down as this game goes on.
Saints not shy about taking their looks. They've had a couple of slow nights and still been able to get themselves into the 70s. It's kind of where they play at. Davidson can't get that one to go. Another good look.
If you're Coach Sherrill, that's a miss you can live with all day. You get your best player with a good look at the hoop, 8 feet away. He's going to make that more times than that.
No doubt about it. Titans work. Harrison has trouble with the basketball, recovers, kicks to corner for Bird. Bird's short, can't get it. They're going to draw a foul there. Mario Matson and Sean Donaldson have been in the right position almost every time, and when the Titans have had second possessions, it's been off unfortunate long rebounds. Right there, Mario Matson clearly pulled down, and he's going to get to go to the line here in the bonus that you mentioned. Foul shooting's going to, I think, be a big deal tonight. You got 2 aggressive teams going, lots of fouls called. Got to make your foul shots. That one's good. .436 left.
It looks like Matt Eisner has checked in for Donaldson, give Donaldson a little break.
Matson can't get the second. You usually see that first one go. The second one's automatic, can't get it. Here comes Bird for the Titans. Pietrzakowski defending. Now out to Harrison. Deep shot. Number 12, Lee Beasley can't get it. I'm sorry, Hassan Posey.
If you're St. Clair, it's a shot you can live with. They're shooting off their first pass, not really making you work defensively. You're wearing them down in offense and doing a good job of having good long possessions.
Nice job there by Mario Matson. Unfortunate, can't get that to go. Saints doing a nice job of recognizing when Mario or Ben have Hassan Posey or Matt Bird on them. And the guards are getting them the ball. They're just not finishing right now, so got to keep doing that. kick back. Jansen, Eisenhart sets his feet, thinks better of it. Madsen, feet set. That's long, won't go. Eisenhart taps out of bounds. It's going to be Titan ball.
And St. Clair's getting a lot of good looks, you know, and like we said, they're making them work. And last 3 or 4 possessions, Tower's shooting off their first pass. Maybe that could be a little fatigue coming in, but you don't see the aggressiveness going to the offensive glass that you saw early on in the game. So we'll see if Tower continues that trend or if they try to slow it down here a little bit.
Saints have done a nice job weathering that initial energy storm that the Titans kind of brought to them in the first quarter. And yeah, like you mentioned, I think the Saints right now have to be happy with the looks that they're getting offensively. You'd expect on your home court to knock a few more of those down, and you got a long game left. Donaldson defends Bird. Good crossover into the paint. Nobody home on help side, and that's going to go. Coach Sherrill barking out orders. I'm not sure if it's about what they're going to run next or why there was nobody home on the drive. Davidson out to Donaldson for the Saints. Eisenhart controls. Feet set. Eisenhart release. Won't go for 3. Troy Disserath with the rebound. Good strong board and a good cut by Matt Eisenhart. He's going to get 2. Saints down 1. 3:06 to play here in the second quarter. Titans control with Antonio Bosley. Kicks to Matt Bird. It's a high screen. Saints switch it. Peoples with it now for the Titans. Bosley again. Left-handed fire. Back rim, no good. Saints kind of mixed traffic there. Disserath comes up with it. Out to Donaldson.
Good job by Troy. You get that big offensive board last possession. A good job there boxing out and maintaining control with the guy on his back.
Good take there by Eisenhart. That's going to be a blocking. Apparently a charging call. On the Saints, Matt Eisenhart. No foul shots for a player control foul.
Good
Took a long time to get that call.
Yeah, good aggressive take by Eisenhower. I thought I was with you. I was looking for the block on that as well, but sometimes things don't go the way you're thinking.
Davidson jumps. Yep, taken out on the back legs. He feels like he's got to finish it. I tend to agree with him, but he's going to go to the line and shoot 2.
It was, as much as we disagree with the previous call, that call was equally as good. The other guys reported the board, but they both had their hands up, and he clipped Ben's leg a little bit. It was sneaky, but he was able to draw the call, and Ben's at the line.
Yeah, by and large, the officials through the first, 14 minutes here have been pretty darn good. Number 15, Dwayne Ware. He's going to check in for Bosley. Bosley gave the Titans some good minutes. Not a man of stature, but it's quick. Took a charge. Looks like Pietrkowski waiting at the table for the Saints gives the indication that he might be getting Davidson here if this one goes. And it does. Here comes Davidson's quick rest. I don't think it's a foul trouble thing, just a fatigue thing. Saints take the lead there, see if they can hold it for a couple of defensive possessions while Ben gets some water, and then have him for the last minute or so of this half.
It's a pretty good substitution, especially with Anderson on the bench for the Titans. You give Ben a chance to rest in the first half of a tightly contested game.
Donaldson, one of the better defenders for the Saints. Just bothering up front on Posey.
Good
Beasley
job.
with it now.
Nice job by Disserath in the switch, and Davidson to recover.
Better help side for the Saints that time. No good for Peoples, and a rebound by Matt Eisenhart. Matt Eisenhart's played some impactful basketball here for a couple minutes.
And once again, you see a shot go up, and you see 4 Titans behind the 3-point line, not attacking.
Donaldson can't get the friendly roll. They're going to get Pietrkowski with a foul here from behind. He doesn't like it. But it's going to put Matthew Bird at the line for the Titans with an opportunity to tie or take the lead.
Good aggressive play by Pietrkowski, and you want to see him be aggressive. You've had success in the offensive glass. You just got to know sometimes when to stay off the bat.
Gets it to go. Tie basketball game, 1:46 to play in the first half. Titans now with a 1-point lead. Ben Davidson back to the table for the Saints. It's going to get Pietrkowski. That might have been Pietrkowski's second on that loose ball foul. You don't want him to be in jeopardy. And for 1:46, substitution with Ben Davidson is probably not going to kill you. I don't believe Ben's in any trouble in that regard at all. So
I believe he has one right now, but Ben's a smart player. He knows, like you said, to stay out of that situation, and hoping to finish. Good pass by
Disarath. Doesn't take much when you can thread the needle. Davidson's going to go finish. Nice assist there by number 2.
And that bounce pass was low, stayed low to the ground like needed to. Ben did a great job corralling it and finishing.
Good screens. Saints switch it. Eisenhart did enough to get in the way. Beasley falls down and the Saints recover. Now Matson with it. Minute 11 to play here. Disarath controls for the Saints against good pressure. Turns the corner. Kicks it back out, Donaldson. Matson with a good matchup again. Good job by the Saints of recognizing that's when he's got to finish. Can't get it to go. Donaldson taps, but Peoples recovers.
Good look for Matson. And he might be expecting some contact, he's just not there.
Peoples with a long 3. The coach in me says don't shoot that, but when it goes in, I suppose you can. 29-27, Titans regain the lead. Disarath with his feet set, just can't get it short. Eisenhart sticks a hand in, he's gonna get called. Probably the right call, stayed with that. It's steal attempt too long. Sam, the Saints need to hit a 3.
Yeah, like we talked about, a lot of good looks, and they're not falling. And Towers hit probably 3 or 4. And that's the difference in the game right now. And St. Clair's, like you said, weathered that storm, just not able to hit a big open shot.
Yeah, they've had plenty of looks, no shortage of those. I think it's everything square on the looks from 3, but the Saints aren't knocking any down yet.
Look for St. Clair to play for 1 shot here.
That's the indication. Down 2 as it sits, 27-29, 20 seconds to go. Davidson controls. Titans set to give him space here. Beasley defending in the untucked number 2 jersey. There's a count going here. He relents, 5 seconds, pulls back, 3-pointer, in and out, no good. Kind of a microcosm of the half there for Ben Davidson and the Saints from the perimeter, and they trail by 2 as we go into half.
Yep, and it could have been a lot worse. I mean, they found themselves down 10 towards in the first quarter, whittled that down to 2. And I thought the effort for St. Clair was a lot better in the second quarter, and they were rewarded with some hustle plays. And I thought Tower maybe got a little bit gassed, and we'll see these 2 teams after half. I'm looking forward to it.
Nothing to indicate that this is going to be a good basketball game like they always are when the Titans are in town. We'll be back after halftime with the second half, Titans Saints.
There's so much more to the car buying experience at St. Clair Chevrolet Buick GMC.
With pickup and delivery to your home or office.
100% price match guaranteed.
Even free loaners with service work.
Because we really do care in St. Clair.
Right now you can get a full service oil change with a 27-point safety inspection and a car wash for just $29.95.
We really do care in St. Clair. Exit 257 off I-94.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Second half action as the St. Clair Saints and Warren Woods Tower Titans back here for some Mac Gold action. Title game on the line. Saints down 2, Sam, here as we start the second half. Need a little more secondary scoring here as Davidson went for 15, but nobody else has really stepped up big.
Yeah, I think Petro has 4, and then Tower has good balance. They have 4 guys with 5 apiece, so look for St. Clair to try to get a little more balance here in the second half. And like you talked about halftime, those open shots, got to knock down a couple if you have any intentions on winning this game.
A little plug there for Mr. Scott Young, funeral man, locally interrupting the broadcast to say hello, so I apologize if that seemed a little disjointed. Kind of like the Saints defense there on the first possession. Good draw up by Nicky Bola and the Titans as they get 2, 31-27 they lead.
A nice play out of halftime. They drew that up and they probably worked on that all season. That turns out to be a big bucket here to start the second half.
Sam, you and I discussed at the break, Saints are going to need that to happen right there. That's a perfect lead in. We talked about not getting anything to go from 3-point range. And Ian Jansen, as we've seen before, and as I told you, second half, this end of the floor, they seem to like better. And they knock down the first 3, take the lid off of it.
Yep, and Ian caught that ball with intentions of shooting it, and they with the confidence, able to knock it down.
Lee Beasley's been slick around the rim. Nice footwork and then a nice lefty scoop. He gets the Titans 2. Matson brings the ball for the Saints. He's going to work against Hassan Posey. Out to Donaldson in the corner on Harrison. Nice recovery there by Donaldson to not violate the rules.
Good job stepping through that double team, not to catch himself there in the trap. So he recognized it coming, and you said he was able to get out of it.
Lots of cutters. Pietrkowski to Davidson to Donaldson. Pietrkowski gets his feet set. That's going to be long, no good. Saints in good position. Can't come up with a loose ball. It's going to be a run out. Number 1, Matt Bird drops it off for Beasley very unselfishly, and Beasley gets 2.
Yep. You know, we talked about how Ian was ready to shoot. Logan might have rushed that a little bit coming off the screen, a little bit long.
Nice kick by Davidson as they doubled to Donaldson. Matson turns around and finds himself alone, and that's a big bucket. We need to get him going immediately. That's the first field goal for Mario Matson today.
Yep, a good job by the Saints once again. A little extra effort pays off in the layup.
Donaldson, an energy play at this end to kind of force that loose ball after he missed his 3, and there you see him knock it out of bounds. And even though that ball goes to the Saints, Sam, or to the Titans, Sam, it's just one of those mental plays that sticks with your opponent.
Yeah, it was good. Yep, absolutely. It was a good job by the Saints. And the Saints baseline out of bounds will set up 2-3 here.
Good scouting report move. That was drawn up. The kids communicated that the entire way. Kudos to Coach Sherrill having his kids prepared. A little different look here from the Saints. Haven't seen zone in any fashion out of them. And here we see a little bit using the length in the anticipation of Pietrkowski up top. Reverse, gets it to go. Logan Pietrkowski, big play.
Really strong finish around the rim. Good job. Doesn't have the most length, but able to get the tip up top and finish.
Now he's working hard on number 1, Matt Bird. Bird doesn't like it at all. Nothing against the rules there. Good kick out. Lefty fire from Posey, gets it to go. That's a long range 3, Sam. That's a full 3 feet off the line.
He brought some rain with that one too. Strong finish.
Pietrkowski to Jansen. Jansen to Davidson, top of the key. Works on Anderson to Matson. Jansen resets, scans the floor. Donaldson aggressive. Matson into the paint, nobody home again, and he finishes left-handed.
Good aggressive take by Matson, and you saw Anderson there with those 2 fouls. Wasn't willing to step in help side. Mario realized that and was able to finish.
Yeah, the C's parted again. I'm shocked. We've seen that quite a few times out of 2 teams that play good defense. Anderson, lucky he didn't get a foul called on him there. And tries to dunk, can't get it. Davidson out front, and he finishes a layup. And in a flurry, the Saints tie the game with 4:09 left in the 3rd quarter.
And Anderson definitely has the hops. Looks like he took off a little too far from the hoop there.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier to you, when you watch Anderson play, and unfortunately for him, the last 3 minutes of the 2nd quarter we didn't get to because he's in foul trouble. He's super aggressive but very athletic, and he put that on display, almost flushed one from a good 12 feet away. And now you know why there's so much attention being paid to Anderson of the Titans.
It was a good job by the Saints too on a quick change for, I believe it was Jansen, to find Davidson up ahead to finish.
I think Donaldson's got a little bit of blood on his mouth. I think he had it since that baseline out of bounds defensive possession. He was trying to hide it the whole way. Coach Evola asked him to check it out. He tried to blame it on Ben Davidson, which I don't blame him for, but no go. Beasley goes over the top.
That should be a foul on Bird there. Good job by the Saints again, boxing out.
It's one of those fouls that, you know, if you're Matt Bird, you probably just let that go. You're probably not going to get that ball, and you're trying to make a play that you're not in any position to make. The Saints fortunate there. They'll regain possession. Troy Disselrath brings it for the Saints. Scotty Selleck with a scoop pass. Davidson finishes despite a little contact, and the Saints retake the lead. They're the first to 40 today with 3:39 left in the 3rd.
Selleck was lucky that ball was able to get through. Good job by Davidson catching, finishing.
Hassan Posey, left-handed floater in the lane. That's tough. Tough play, nice shot. Good defense there by the Saints, but better offense by Posey.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. It's a heck of a finish by Posey.
Posey just a sophomore. That was a heck of a play. Bisserath works on him. Over the top, tough play. Good body control. Davidson, he's going to be a tough matchup in there for Harrison. And got an exciting basketball game going on here.
Yeah, up and down. Two good teams playing good basketball.
Beasley with it.
Selleck's got to be careful down low on the hook, and Bisserath a little too aggressive there, and the right call by the official.
Yeah, probably just a little late, and then got a little bit of the arm in the attempt. Nothing wrong with the aggressive foul. It's just the second one for the Saints. Troy's second as well. Bird to inbound for the Titans, gets it out, Posey. Mattson works on him defensively. Kicked out, Beasley, step in, no call, out of contact. Misfire, can't get it. That was Xavion McClendon and a rebound by Ian Jansen.
Yeah, Saints fortunate there. No call on the drive by Beasley, but it was a good solid defense and wasn't able to finish the contact.
Selleck to Bisserath, Jansen, little miscommunication there, frustrated. All three of them need to gather up.
Yeah, but you saw the Titans were overcompensating for Ben in the post, and what Troy thought Ian was going to do was pop back out for that corner three, and just a little bit, like you said, miscommunication, and Saints back on defense.
Saints adjust, continue to play man-to-man on the full. They'll look to jump here and there. You see Davidson. Posey may have gotten away with a travel there. Titans are running out.
And that's the risk you take when you go full court there. You leave yourself vulnerable to some runouts, and good job by the Titans breaking it and able to finish.
Back to a tie ball game. Bisserath control for the Saints to Davidson. Selleck to Bisserath. Lots of screens up top. Davidson rolls off. Works on Anderson. Good patience there, not to force. Good look. Got to work on Anderson with those two fouls. Anderson with good defense there, straight up. Bothered Davidson.
Tough shot by Ben. If he had maybe a do-over, Mario standing there in the corner looking ready to shoot the ball. Good defense by Bisserath.
A lot of helter-skelter basketball going here. Long gun, can't get it for Davidson. Bisserath still on the floor. And a charge. They're going to have to get Troy Bisserath a sub here as he got knocked down. We'll have to give him a look. Nice job by Ian Jansen to stop the flurry with a charge. And McClendon's going to be charged with that offensive player control foul.
I believe that was Jansen took that. Good job getting back in the fray like that and getting himself in position. You saw McClendon, barreling down and was able to be there and take the charge. Good hustle by Troy to give Ben an open three-point opportunity, just not able to connect.
Unfortunate for Troy Bisserath. He made a great steal and got his leg tripped up and then got pushed from behind and no whistles. Davidson wasn't able to connect on a three. Saints got to get reset here. A couple possessions in a row, a little miscommunication, some people in some bad spaces. Eisenhart controls, using his length to get away from Peoples. Peoples works on Selleck on a switch.
Got to be careful with those cross-court passes.
Jansen fires, can't get it. Selleck in good position. He gets tied up with Harrison. And then he's going to get popped with a bump there. Maybe a push by Selleck. Donaldson's been cauterized and will enter the game for Davidson. Give him 40 seconds of relief. Peoples works on Eisenhart. Eisenhart had some good minutes earlier today. Matt Bird works on Pietrkowski. Lots of help by the Saints. A deflection by Selleck. Peoples goes in. Can't get anything to go. Eisenhart steps in and gets a rebound. Saints control with 20 seconds left.
Once again, look for them to play for one.
Coach Sherrill's barking for one. 10 seconds to go. Selleck with 7 to go for the Saints. Good move, Scotty Selleck. That's going to bring the buzzer for the Saints. And a big third quarter as the Saints retake the lead, 44-42, as we go to the fourth.
Enjoy the We Care experience at St. Clair Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram.
During the 2018 Auto Show event, lease a Ram 4x4 Bighorn for $116 a month.
Jeep Compass, $116 a month.
Even a Dodge Charger for $108 a month. Plus, we have the best price guaranteed.
Best service after the sale.
Best value for your trade-in.
And the most friendly professional staff around.
We appreciate your business. It's all about the We Care experience.
Exit 257 off I-94.
Yeah, I mean, back and forth third quarter, tough to catch our breath. You know, that went by pretty quick, and both teams are up and down, making plays offensively, defensively. Looking forward to finish this game. We'll see you guys in a few minutes after the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, please get out your 50-50 tickets.
All right, here we are back, CTV, Cable Channel 6, Saints, Titans. That was our sponsors, and I think well-placed if you're a sponsor for this game because we've got a good one going into the fourth. We said before the break, lots of back-and-forth action. That was a really clean quarter, only 5 total fouls after both teams were in the bonus rather quick in the second quarter. Second half's been a little different, and the Saints hit a 3.
They did. You know, they still had their, had a few good looks that they weren't able to knock down, but able to, take the lead for the first time in this game, and they'll have the ball come out here to start the fourth quarter, and this is where you look for your seniors to finish for you, and we'll see what they have in store. Yeah, league title on the line, up 2 with 8 minutes to go. Can't ask for much more.
Yeah, you mentioned the veteran group that the Saints can put out. There's some depth with those veteran players, and the Titans bring out a lot of juniors and sophomores, so you got to hope that experience shines through. But don't get me wrong, at this stage in the season, if you're a sophomore and you've been doing this all year, you're playing like a veteran, and the Titans have shown that some of these guys can really play, so it'll be an exciting fourth. Saints control. Davidson gets a good matchup here on Posey. Davidson screens. Matson to the rack, kicks. Petro with his feet set, can't get it. Posey rebounds for the Titans. Kicks up to Harrison. Harrison controls. Posey long gun, brings rain again, can't get it. Davidson's going to get called there.
He's pushing him the whole way. If you're Ben, like you mentioned earlier, probably one you just want to give up and get ready to play defense, which only his second. Might help the Saints to get set up on defense, actually. So we'll see Saints probably go 2-3 here on the baseline.
That was Beasley, who was fouled by Davidson. He's been real active. He's had a nice night here for the Titans. Beasley, a junior. Bird to inbound for the Titans. Saints force it out to Harrison. Saints settle into the 2-3 zone. Pietrkowski got a steal and a bucket last time they ran this. Better screen up top. Harrison can't get it to go. And an interesting whistle here.
Look at Madsen. Looks like a push.
They're going to get Madsen. That whistle took place after the Saints had rebounded a loose ball and began on their way. And now the Titans will take back over right where we started. Saints 14 foul, second on Madsen. 15 foul, pardon me. Saints still in the 2-3. Over the top of Donaldson. Saints doing a nice job of rotating. Titans up top. Hassan Posey with it.
And the Saints do a good job here being deceptive. For not having much length, they play a lot bigger than they are in that zone.
Bird loses the ball. Donaldson bringing it up aggressive. Nothing called. No bucket. No foul. Titans come the other way. Beasley left-handed in the paint. Gets it to go.
Good aggressive take by Donaldson. If you're a coach, you want to see something either way there. It led to a fast break for the Titans, able to capitalize, tie this game back up.
44-44. 6 minutes, 31 seconds left to play in the fourth. Donaldson controls for the Saints against Anderson of the Titans. Saints going to run off that high screen several times in their chin set here. See a lot of cutters over Eisenhart. Good matchup again for Matson. He gets a little contact but doesn't get a call. Harrison's going to get a timeout called by Nick Avola, the coach for the Titans.
You know, it's a good use of a timeout. His guy didn't have really anywhere to go. And, you know, that's a play. You mentioned Mario maybe finished with a little contact, and we're seeing they're letting him play a little bit more here in the second half, which is, you know, not uncommon as the game goes on to let him play on a little bit more. But Mario would probably tell you to a man that he has to finish that with some contact. He has, you know, pretty good size and strength advantage, and look for the Saints to keep attacking that well if they have that matchup, and Mario will make them pay.
Yeah, you got to keep going there. He's a senior. He's seen that look. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to get that to go, like you said, and he's just going to have to, because you can't stop going to that well. That has to take place. Davidson's going to get his touches here down the stretch, but you know, if I'm playing predictions, I'm thinking we need another Ian Jansen 3. I'm thinking Davidson's going to have to get a couple, and Mario's going to have to finish a couple of those buckets. And got to account for number 12, Hassan Posey. He's been tough. They're going to get Sean Donaldson here with a block. And I'm not sure about that, to be honest. Nicky Bola, unfortunately, took the brunt of that play. I'm not quite sure why there are people upset. The coach fell down. I think he was hitting an unfortunate area and just took a moment to get himself together.
And like you said, I thought Sean Donaldson was in pretty good position there. I thought, I believe it was Anderson out of control, and I think he caught the refs by surprise, honestly, and I don't know if they didn't have their eyes there, but Coach Sherrill's got his explanation. He didn't seem too upset about it, so you know, if they can tell you what they saw, then it's better than not giving you an answer at all.
And I think it's one of those plays, you got Anderson going full speed up the court, and the official that made the call is on the far opposite, and that's a tough spot for him to make a block charge call and gauge position. Unfortunately, it went against the Saints. That call on Sean Donaldson, however, was correct as he grabbed Anderson with all that size and speed, trying to stay in front. It's a tough job, and it gets Donaldson 2 quick fouls in short order.
And find the Titans in the bonus, so remember that as this game winds down.
Anderson gets the first to go and retakes the lead for the Titans. Right now, the Titans just being more aggressive, forcing the Saints into some difficult spots, and it's showing up in the foul column, quite honestly. Anderson can't get the second to go, and they're going to get number 1, Matt Bird. And interesting call. I don't know that I saw that, but
I think
some evening up.
Yeah, some little retribution there, maybe.
Makes things a little more square. 7-3 in the foul column. Saints trying to communicate. Davidson with the ball. They're going to double him a little bit. That's going to be kick out threes for Ian Jansen. Anderson, a little bit better matchup for Davidson. He's avoided foul trouble, so he's able to go back on the Saints' best player. That bodes well for the Titans. Madsen works on Beasley. Pietrkowski down to Davidson, who's going to go to work on Anderson. Can't get a look. Madsen tries to turn the corner, can't. Davidson sets his feet, long gun, short. Oh, friendly roll. Good soft touch by Ben Davidson. The Saints retake the lead, 47-45.
It's a tough shot. I mean, he was a foot or two behind the line and just able to get the friendly roll, and big time shot by a big time player.
Harrison with the ball for the Titans to Beasley. Beasley on Jansen. Beasley's got some good game, and I think he's going to draw one on Madsen, who stepped in to try to help.
Like you said, that first step and that crossover he has with the cross back to his right hand is so quick that, you know, he gets you leaning. He gets you leaning one direction. I mean, he's by you if you're even, you know, one step off.
Yeah, it was on Ian Jansen, the foul was, but yeah, Beasley doing a great job of recognizing any lack of balance in his opponent, going right at the weak foot. Knocks down the first foul shot. Gets the pair. And then we're all square again. Pietrkowski brings the ball for the Saints.
Look for the Saints to run everything, try to run everything to that high post to Davidson.
Looked like they had Davidson for a moment. No position now. Back out to Jansen. Anderson on Jansen. That means Davidson probably has a little better matchup. Beasley. Jansen with his feet set. Got to pull it. Can't get it. Anderson with a good rebound. He'll outlet to Beasley. Good defense there by the Saints in transition. Jansen with his speed will fly up the sideline. No numbers. Aggressive anyhow. Official's going to give Ian Jansen that bucket. That's a long continuation for a high school basketball game, but the Saints will take it.
It was a really good job by Jansen to avoid contact because he was in position for the charge. At the last second, Anderson had to slide over to cut off the drive by Jansen. Good job finishing after a step or two.
The only contact really there was the outside hip that he chucked out to try and get, and good call by the official. I was surprised they didn't keep it on the floor, but nonetheless, the Saints lead by 2. Wasn't able to convert the three-point play. Harrison brings the ball for the Titans. Titans get organized. Donaldson face guarding on Anderson. Switch on an aggressive drive. Loose ball. Donaldson with it. And they're going to get a foul call here on Harrison. Donaldson had the basketball on the floor. Any good official will notice that right away with possession. You cannot jump on top of that player. You can reach for the basketball, but you can't jump on him. That's a great call by the official.
Yeah, good job by Davidson. If they didn't call a foul, Davidson was trying to get the timeout to keep possession as well. I believe Saints have all 5 of theirs left. So good job, good heads-up play by the senior.
It goes to, speaks to a little bit of execution here as well. Davidson, long gone. That's just a killer instinct shot right there. He was just heat checking, and that's 52-47. Ben Davidson with another big shot. A little slap of the floor for Donaldson. Big possession here for the Saints.
Yeah, big time shot by Davidson. A little heat check from the last one. He got the friendly roll and able to finish that big shot.
Posey tries to match him. Long gun, can't get it. Doesn't go. Saints rebound. Matson brings the ball for the Saints. They're going to shovel to Davidson. Kick, Donaldson, aggressive drive. Great take. Get a 2-point bucket. You and I both know where to look when something like that happens. Nick Evola with a 30-second timeout. A big flurry for the Saints.
Yeah, and that was, I believe it was Posey had the chance to answer there. It was wide, and the Saints did a good job on the run out. Found Donaldson in the corner, good aggressive take. In amongst the trees, able to finish strong. Towers had a lot of attention towards Davidson. He hit a couple in a row. And Sean able to make him pay with a tough drive down low. Up 7 with 3:16 to go.
And you can see the energy levels up. I mean, in case you weren't with us to begin with, we haven't mentioned in a while, this is an opportunity for the Saints to win their league outright. This is an opportunity for the Titans to put themselves in a position to share a league title. Everybody's keenly aware of that. Who's playing in the basketball game right now? The stakes are high. I think you saw a big couple of plays there, and a sophomore from St. Clair drives in and gets the bucket, and a sophomore from Titans airball to 3. So right now that's the difference, and Ben Davidson's come up like a senior in a couple of big shots here down the stretch.
You saw Posey's shot. That's a shot a lot of times you see made. He had some space, maybe might have been able to attack the hoop, but you want to match that 3 so bad. Sometimes a 2-point bucket there can kill a run and give you a little momentum back, and Posey tried for the answer, wasn't able to get it, and the Saints were able to make him pay on the other end.
Big timeout there, smart timeout by Coach Evola for the Titans. Try to get his guys gathered back up. They're down 7, but that's not an insurmountable obstacle. So Saints got to tighten down. Big possession here out of a timeout. You can get a stop here. You're putting yourself in a real nice spot for the stretch run.
Yep, and if they get a timeout here, look for the Saints to play a nice aggressive offense, ball control, and they go from here. It's loud and here is bad.
Coach Sherrill looking for a little fan support. Mario Matson works up top. Stays with, gets a back cut for Harrison. He can't get it. I'm not sure what they're going to call here.
I believe, I think he called that before the rebound. Davidson be his 3rd, I believe.
Saying Davidson.
Davidson's 4th.
Davidson made contact with the head of the dribble drive. There's just a late call, it seems like. So Harrison at the line, he gets the first. Davidson's got to be careful now. A little bit of a liability defensively with 4 fouls.
wouldn't be surprised me maybe Coach Sherrill going in and out of that zone and trying to protect Ben.
You may see, it might be a little early for it. The Saints are on offense now, but you may see a little offense-defense switch as well. You get maybe Scotty Selleck or even Dombrowski to come in and do the defensive work for Davidson and keep it so he's in the basketball game for the stretch.
Tower employs a little 1-2-2.
Slows the ball down. Kick to the corner. Coach Sherrill uses his first time out of the game. It's going to be a full one. Everybody's going to get a break.
Yep, and I have a feeling the last 2:45 of this game might take as long as the first 3 quarters combined, the amount of timeouts we have left.
Yeah, lots of timeouts saved up just for moments like this. There will be a lot of examination of where we're going to inbound the ball from, a lot of board work. And this will be, you know, these timeouts, when you have a veteran team like the Saints have and you're playing a more inexperienced but talented team like the Titans, the ability to take what you draw on a whiteboard and bring it out and play it out in real time on the floor is something that kids learn over time. And you got to think, for the Saints, that's an advantage for this 2:45.
Yeah, I mean, the Saints have been in these spots before. They've played together. You know, Tower will find them in the spots next couple years with their youth. So, like you said, we'll see how they go board to floor here. And, you know, Coach Avola has been a good coach for a long time, so I know his guys will be prepared. But Coach Sherrill's probably been a little bit longer, and he has a couple league titles to his resume. So we'll see what he's able to draw up here and finish his last 2:45.
Coming out of the full timeout, you got to imagine you're running something through number 13 here. You got to let your senior star be your senior star. He's got to get a touch. And if you're the Titans, you're probably going to do all that you can to not make it a good, clean one.
Yep, and if you're Ben, you want to make sure if you're driving to the hoop aggressively, make sure that you're not being reckless and trying to pick up that 5th foul on offense.
Impromptu jump by the Titans, good response. Saints had it wide open at the bucket. They bring it out. No need for the Saints to be in a real hurry here, to be honest with you. They can afford to work the ball out on the perimeter and play keep away.
It was a good job by Mario not to throw that pass down low to Ian. By the time he saw it, it was too late and that pass wasn't picked off.
Saints continue to move the ball. Mattson on Anderson. Be able to create space. And eventually he turns it over. Anderson made him handle the ball for a long time, and Davidson couldn't find his way open. And I think what you need there for the Saints is one more person to step up in the middle and give Mattson an option. And here you see that offense to defense opportunity with the Saints. As they inbound, you probably see Ben Davidson go back to the board to play offense.
We've mentioned it a few times, small group on the floor for the Saints. Shot goes up, they're going to have to box out.
If you're the Saints, you want to make them perimeter shooters and then rebound, and that's a great job by Troy Disselrath. He's not going to get credited with that rebound, but it was all him.
Like you said, very good job. They're bigger bodied. And Coach Sherrill's going to call timeout, get Davidson in for offense. And I believe it was Donovan Peoples that Troy Disselrath was able to hold off. And the Saints are able to pull this out. Remember that play in this game, because that was set up for a layup for Tower to get within one possession here.
A real big possession. Yeah, great job. That's something, you know, I guess from where we sit, I just feel like it's incumbent upon us to point stuff like that out. It doesn't always come across in a stat line or even on the video if you don't get just the right shot. But, you know, Troy Disselrath in that case, Sean Donaldson's done that repeatedly tonight. Logan Pietrkowski with big steals, those little gritty plays that push you in position. It's easy to watch Ben Davidson hit a 3 and know that he's good. But the Saints are not a big team and rebound really well because they all work together to do it. And that was a good example by Troy there and Mario cleaning up. Saints have an opportunity here and got to stick with it.
Yep. Watch out for that trap again by Tower. It looks like they're setting up a little zone maybe.
Well, they can afford to be aggressive here. They've only got 5 team fouls. No reason that they shouldn't be aggressive with 1:42 to play, down 5.
Really good job putting Anderson up top there, get a little length.
Good patience by the Saints. They're going to move the ball. They want to lay up at the rim. It's going to take a minute to get it. 1:28 remaining. Saints up 5. Davidson controls. The Titans are going to go into foul. They're going to extend this game. I'm a little surprised that they didn't
do that, right?
try to trap a little more aggressively to see if they could just get a steal and then foul as a.
Especially on the previous defensive possession, able to force that turnover, so it makes you think. So that was their one to give. Now I think you might see that trap. So
they're going to get a walk.
Looked like he slid that pivot foot.
Saints with a big defensive possession here. Troy Disarath's going to come in and replace Ben Davidson with the 4 fouls, offense to defense. Big defensive possession for the Saints here. Got to try and keep it at 2 shots if you're the Saints playing defense. I'm surprised by the Titans allowing the Saints to just inbound to Ben Davidson whatever they want. It paid off for them there. I don't think I'd want him giving it up.
Anderson comes off, looks like he's hitting with legs in the shot. He'd be shooting 3. Foul on Disarath.
He's going to shoot 3. Both defenders came off pretty aggressive. I think Coach Sherrill's probably a little disappointed they made contact with him. Got a little anxious, and if you're the Saints, you wanted him shooting that one. Now Anderson will be at the line shooting 3, and Davidson will check in after the second shot. He'll probably replace Troy Disarath. Saints lead by 4, minute 8 left.
Just some big shots by Anderson, able to get to one possession, hit the first 2 of 3, and it'll be interesting to see how Tower sets up here. Won't be surprised if timeout on the make.
Anderson can't get the 3rd. Nice rebound by Ian Jansen, bothered by number 2, and I'm not certain that Coach Ebola wanted Lee Beasley fouling there, and that's going to send Ian Jansen to the line for 1 and 1.
Yeah, I'm almost certain that Coach Ebola didn't want the foul there. You've caused 2 turnovers in a row on defense. You've done a good job down there, and Beasley pretty careless on the foul there. It sends Jansen to the line 1 and 1.
Got a big 1 and 1 opportunity here for the Saints, and Coach Ebola for the Titans wants timeout to talk it over. Like you mentioned before, there was plenty of them in the chamber for both coaches, and that was at 2:23, I think, and we're at 1:06. And I do think we are officially eclipsing at least the length of the third quarter, because that was very quick.
Yes, and this might be a double-purpose, or a multi-purpose timeout for Coach Ebola, maybe to freeze Jansen a little bit coming out for the 1 and 1, and then you can set up your offense and defense here as well. So I'm not so sure that's not what he's trying to do, but as someone who's coached not in a game this big, but that's something that would cross my mind. Maybe try to freeze the shooter. It's only 1 and 1. He's not shooting 2, so if misses that first one, it's a timeout well used.
Yeah, Titans trail by 3. We can go over a lot of different situations here and things that could happen depending on the outcome of these 2 foul shots. I think from a coaching standpoint, if he makes 2 and you're down 5 points, you want to go get a quick bucket, the best one you can possibly get, and then defend. But if he happens to miss, you might have something lined up and dotted for a 3. Or
yeah, I mean, with over a minute left, you don't need that 3 right away either. So if I'm Tower, I give the ball to Anderson or Posey, let them attack at the hoop and see if they're maybe lucky to get a bucket and a foul.
Between number 2, number 11, and number 12, you got plenty of speed and strength to get yourself to the bucket. And if you're the Saints, you're going to do everything you can to keep them right on the perimeter and make them shoot a 3. And that would be a win for the Saints. 1 and 1 here, Ian Jansen with just Sean Donaldson inside. Jansen can't get it to go, but Donaldson with a big rebound, and he calls timeout. Sean Donaldson, we made reference to how important some of those plays are. It was a big opportunity for Ian Jansen, and he didn't make it, but his buddy picked him up, and number 14, Sean Donaldson, got the ball right back and put the Saints in a position of strength again.
It just goes to show, if you're not in position on Sean Donaldson or a lot of these Saints guards, they're going to make you pay. He got the body on him, just placed his defender, legally, and was able to get the rebound, and very smart with the timeout. I mean, Jansen had to cut to the hoop, but it wasn't worth the risk. Call the timeout, get your best offensive player back in the game, and see if you can get a big bucket here.
Draw something up. The last few possessions, the Titans have let the Saints inbound to Davidson. I don't know that would be my approach. I know they like to do the impromptu trap, so maybe they figure they'll let him give it up once and then cover him up. That's always a possible.
And under the hoop here would be a little different story, and You got Puchikowski taking the ball out. We'll see if they put a defender on the ball.
Two well-scouted teams. A little harder sledding here on these plays. Deep pass. It's going to get picked off. Taken and tipped. Anderson drives, kicks Beasley. Reverses course. Peoples, long three. Got it. Tie game. 53 seconds to go.
St. Clair right there forced the inbound. Good job by the Titans in the scramble, get down, get a good look in transition, able to hit that. Everything we signed up for here, Brad.
Yeah, had a great basketball game. That's a big shot by Peoples. He hit, I think, one earlier. Lefty stroke. Might have taken a little hop step before he let it go, but it doesn't get called often, and he knocked that down. The Saints are going to have the basketball, and if you're the Saints, it's part of it's come down to at this point, putting yourself in the position to be in a good ball game, but you got to hit a couple threes of your own early on, and you got to make your foul shots when you get the opportunity to spread things out.
I mean, and that's 3 of the last 4 possessions we've had. Saints have had pretty costly turnovers that have led to, some points. Obviously 5 unanswered, or 7 unanswered, I believe, for the Titans. And that's something that Coach Joe's probably stressing right now. We'll see what the Titans come out here. If I'm them, I stay in that 1-2-2 that's caused so much trouble. For the Saints to get the ball in.
They've done a great job. And the Titans, give them some credit with the amount of poise that they've shown. They were down 7, and they're on a 7-0 run of their own in the last couple of minutes with this trap. And Saints are going to have to come up with a big play. They're due for a bucket.
They're going, looks like Towers back in man, so something to keep an eye on.
Saints get that look that we talked about earlier. We've seen this all day. Matson goes up strong, draws a foul, and he's going to go to the line. And again, it's going to be about some foul shooting here.
Good aggressive take by Mario, and I think that's what Coach Davidson said, Coach Sherrill said if they come out in man, let's get Mario the ball down low.
Matson knocks down the first. Gets both. 38 seconds, 56, 54. Saints lead. Hassan Posey controls for the Titans. Matson defends. Evola for the Titans wants to talk about it for 30 seconds. Now we're getting down to not having many timeouts left.
No, that might be Coach Evola's last one. Big couple shots by the senior Matson there to get the free throws to fall, and it will be interesting to see what kind of defense the Saints come out of this with.
Yeah, you don't want to put yourself up 2. It's a catch-22. You don't want to get beat on a dribble drive, and that guys like Anderson and Beasley and even Posey are the guys that can hurt you, so you want to have some help. That leads me to think zone. However, you're up 2, and if zone promotes the 3-point shot, you don't want to get in a position where a guy like People steps out and gets another one on you. So at any rate, you want to force one tough one, and you want to rebound the basketball and give yourself the opportunity to seal it with some foul shots. And the Saints are right there. Saints are 1 possession away from really putting themselves in a secure spot. So it'll be interesting to see. It looks like it's man by all accounts. Big possession here for the Saints and for the Matt Gold. Posey with it. Matson defends. Donaldson on Beasley. Tough matchup. Off a double screen, no help. Not a bad foul out on the floor. Make Beasley go to the line and earn it. He was going to get a layup anyways. Some pressure foul shots coming for Lee Beasley. Lee Beasley. It's going to be 4 for Donaldson. Worth the price of admission today. These teams went down into double overtime last time, and Beasley a little short. Saints need a block out. Coach Sherrill's calling for it. Always an interesting modeling thing that all coaches do. Big spot here for Beasley. Second one's good. Saints lead by 1. Titans press. Mario Matson with the ball. And they're going to get Beasley with a foul, and that's a good call. Don't want to get caught up in the moment. It's a great job by the official to keep his poise. That would have been you don't want to not call the foul that would have changed the game, and that was a foul, and it's going to put Mattson at the line to earn it.
And if you're watching on TV, you saw that he picked the ball clean, but maybe what you didn't see is there's a lot of body that gave him a pathway to that ball.
Had to cross his entire face to go get it, yep.
So we'll see if Mattson, he's 1 of 1 at the line.
First is on the way, it's perfect. 16 seconds to go, Saints up 2. Mattson gets the front end. Saints coaching staff discusses
foul
outs or timeouts. Mattson gets both.
4 big free throws by the senior.
He's going to let it play out, and he's calling for no threes. Saints are in a 2-3 zone. Anderson's deep, just dribbling around. Shoots, lets it go, it's short. Davidson's going to dribble his way to a Matt Gold title, and the Saints have done it.
Well, I mean, like you said, worth the price of admission. The students on the floor. That's St. Clair's first league title, I believe since 2011, if the banners read correctly. And great job by those guys. And they fought through a tough first quarter. And we looked up with Tower had 19 at the end of the first quarter to hold them to 36 more, if my math's right, at the end of the game. But it is very, very impressive. That turns out to 12 a quarter, which as a basketball coach is kind of what you've done for. So good job by the Saints and Coach Cerro to finish the league title.
Just an outstanding night here at St. Clair High School. Had the opportunity to honor some of the best athletes that St. Clair's had to offer. Then we followed it up with a fantastic basketball game by both the Titans and the Saints. And we'll cap the night with saying that the St. Clair Saints boys basketball team and girls basketball teams are both conference champions. It's great to be Saint, and it was a wonderful night. I'm Brad Robbins, that's Sam Schweifer. This is CTV. It was a pleasure to bring you both events tonight, and we'll see you next time here at St. Clair High School Gym.
This CTV sports presentation has been brought to you by St. Clair Chevy, Buick, GMC, We Care. By Murphy Inn Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. North Star Bank, guiding the way. By St. Clair Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, We Care. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair's Ace Hardware. And by CTV Community TV in Marine City and St. Clair.